Alright everybody, it's time for us to return to the world of the SCP Foundation. We are here today checking out an upcoming banger by the name of SCP Secret Files. Now, I'm actually very excited about this one in particular for two big reasons. Number one, it feels that any SCP single-player focused game, for the most part, tend to follow that, almost rogue-lite mentality where it's all about consistent of many runs, right? You take a run, you try to do the tasks you need to do, but you gotta be kind of quick about it because time's kind of working against you, and whenever you get caught and you die, you start all over. The second type of game is multiplayer. Kind of the same premise of the first game, but always multiplayer oriented. There's never really many games that really focus on a single player campaign that lets you kind of soak it all in, right? That's the reason why I really loved Control, because Control was, in many ways an SCP game when you think about it. It was just like an actual story being told. You could actually go into different areas and just soak everything in, and it was a really amazing game. SCP Secret Files says, you know what? Let's follow that formula.
Currently heading to mission site Site-74, Pony Station. We'll arrive in about 3 minutes.
Very good, Sparrow. It's been 48 hours since the Foundation lost contact with Pony Station. SCP-701 experiments there have been ongoing. We have reason to suspect a containment breach.
What is my mission?
According to Foundation Security Regulations 709S, each site must have a black box placed in a secure area to assist in identifying the cause of an accident, should one occur. Your task is to investigate the situation and retrieve the black box.
Black box? Got it. Okay, I've arrived. I'm able to observe the mission site from here, but it doesn't seem like one of the Foundation's secure facilities.
Pony Station, officially known as Site-74, was originally a hydroelectric power station. After it was abandoned, the Foundation repurposed it as one of their sites. Initially, it was used only to contain a few safe-level anomalies, but recently it's also taken over SCP-701. I don't know all the details. We won't know the truth until you retrieve the black box.
Got it. I'll complete the task as instructed and retrieve the black box.
Alright. The old 701. So, let's see, we have our Ghostbusters machine here, apparently. Yes. Reality Anchor.
I've just entered Pony Station.
Retrieve the black box from the lab. Room 705. The elevator. 7th floor. Sparrow. Must.
What's that? Bald Eagle, you're cutting out. Damn. This is out of the safe range. I'll place a reality anchor. Okay. Much better. Now let's find that elevator.
And this is what I meant. Like, I'm already, I'm excited about this because there's no, hidden timer where you gotta get certain objectives done in order to survive. It just lets you go out and explore. Take it all in, which is what, I loved about Control. Just, dealing with SCPs, but not SCPs, but just being able to go to, from one biome to another one and just kind of take everything all in. Okay, so, let's start this off here. Got ourselves a coin. Ohio issued 25-cent coin. Roll quarter. Tyler Cooper's Journal 1. Today I read Dr. George Thompson's research log for SCP-701. Could it be true? Has he really been performing comparison experiments on chimpanzees this whole time? What could he have planned? Does he not realize what he is up against? This whole thing is turning out to be an ungodly mess. It's now abundantly clear why the Foundation transferred him out of Pony Station, leaving me to take over his post. He was performing the experiment all wrong. Everything about it was in a completely wrong direction. SCP-701 holds great potential. I still believe that. I will have to adopt a new method of study. Efficient, fast, direct. It all begins tomorrow.
Dr. Tyler Cooper. I've heard of this guy. A bit of an eccentric and a thrill seeker.
It's never normally any good when you got some mavericks on the team, you know? All employees on duty should not leave early or be absent. Employees who cannot be on duty due to special circumstances should report an excess in convention. No. Oh, here's the important part. The spare key of room 101 is placed under the flower pot of the visitor center. So this right here gave us the idea that, hey, you can look under stuff to maybe find that. What was that? Hey! Yo, cheap jump scare. Every now and then they'll get you, you know? But then once you know what to expect, it's all fine. That's the reason why terror for me works the best when you build it. Atmospheric, not the cheap jump scare.
All the plans, including the project schedule that follows, have been disrupted. They managed to procure a goddamn script from God somewhere, and they've taken over my laboratory accordingly. And Dr. Cooper, whatever his name is, in particular, he puts on airs every time the operation starts as if everyone should listen to him.
Told you, this Cooper sounds like a maverick to me. Aha. You good? No ominous sounds, just pictures falling, that's fine. So, off we go. Telling you, control, man. Telling you. Let's see. Bring you up, huh? Kinda noticing a theme with these dummies here, huh? And no, I'm not speaking about myself. You know, it's alright, I'd rather deal with rats than like cockroaches. Easily. Sound like footsteps. And not mine. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. It's gone. There's two more sitting over there, apparently. And it seems that the one that was peering out at us right there is also gone. So, I mean, for all we know, it could have probably been the same one right there that was peering at us and it was waiting for us over there. Purchase order, supplied by Frandy's department store.
This must be the elevator. To the 7th floor, then.
Where, oh where? Keycard. What is that pitter patter in the background?
Blood we offered, the hanged king we served. I served my king with my blood? Blissful suffocation, sacrifice of sin? What's this? Some kind of poem?
It's all too late, you uttered the words.
My head. Camille has it. Holy shit. I'm very familiar with cognito hazards. I've been trained to deal with them. But this wasn't anything like that. I couldn't breathe. It was like there was a knot tied around my throat. I was weightless, hanging, gasping. No matter how much I struggled, nothing helped.
That does sound terrifying. But perhaps it was just a nightmare, though.
No. We wake up from nightmares. Not from this.
Oh yeah. Just like an agent to be very dismissive. Oh, it was a nightmare. You know it's not nightmare stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Those dummies pointing at me. Yo, let's scatter.
I guess I'm taking the stairs.
Of course not.
Locked.
Alright, dum-dums. What are you pointing and laughing at? Of course. So that right there could have been SCP-701-1. It's a, figure accompanied by the 701 phenomena. Loud? Lord? Lord of something? It's a D, right? It's dedication? Oh, sorry, buddy. I wasn't aware you were here taking a pisser. Incomplete script number 1. Duke Sortino. The chains of fate coil like a poisonous snake. It is not only me they seek to entangle, but also you, Gonzalo. The curse before death is frightening indeed. Petruccio, get this meddler out of my sight. Let dead men remain speechless. Petruccio extends the noose. Strangle Sortino's neck. Traitor. Usurper. Oh. I think he was too happy about me taking part of his script. You're not gonna have an issue with me taking this away from you, right? Like the other guy did? Incomplete script 2, Isabella. If the lies of the monarchy were to be recorded in a book, the archivist would never know a moment's rest, and would evidently become overburdened with fatigue. Empress, Lord Antonio is here. What is it you say? My estranged son. Why would he come to see me in the convent? Go get me my very best dress at once and prepare a glass of poisoned wine. As you say, Maid Beatrice leaves. Sad truth, the dice rolls with lies and bears my name, and a martyr under this conspiracy shares my own flesh and blood. Seems to be closed off, and climb up here, eh? Oh, good. Let me guess, you're gonna put one of these freaking mannequins.
This cognito hazard. Could it have something to do with SCP-701? The situation here is much more serious than I expected.
Feels like something they do, put like one of these mannequins in the air ducts with you as you're rounding a corner or something. Okay, what do we got? Dear Miss Erin Maple, recently Lisa Amanda, the former assistant Dr. Tyler Cooper. It's not Tyler Cooper, don't combine Doctor and Tyler together, Falcon. Violated the Article 5, Item 3 of the experimental protocol and refused to execute the assigned tasks of the experiments of Dr. Cooper, resulting in experiment delay. According to the emergency plan, she has been demoted and removed from the site after being injected with Class A anesthetics of the 16th. Now, by the order of Dr. Cooper, we have decided to promote you to the senior assistant of this experiment to assist Dr. Cooper to promote the work development at Pony Station. Alright, so this person got a little bit of an upgrade apparently, yeah, a little bit of a promotion. Probably one they regret. To cover up the truth, Gonzalo orders the arrest of the 3 men who witnessed the Queen's confession and imprisons the Queen in the convent. Gonzalo then goes to have a secret meeting with Ambassador Halagata. After learning of the Queen's captivity, Antonio begins to plot his revenge. Oh, geez, stop doing that. I hate it. Okay, so we gotta move you to... I got you. Handle needed. Yep. Resident Evil 2 all over again. Script 3. Got a couple of people there. Gonzalo kills an eyewitness and orders the royal chef to make a stew from his body. The witness's daughter, Alinda, is then placed in the convent. Antonio and his squire enter the convent to confront the Queen. She tries to kill Antonio, but he sees through her plan. She is left to suffer the consequences as Antonio and his squire evacuate the monastery. They encounter the imprisoned Alinda. Dog. I didn't open that thing next to you, so if you allow me to just really quickly peek in there. Incident clipping 1. On December 19 local time, a masked incident involving several students in the auditorium of Princester High School took place. The incident escalated into a violent riot with fighting on a mass scale. The incident reportedly took place in the auditorium while Yada yada yada. And so all the participants were in the process of yada yada yada. This triggered the audience to attack each other, resulting in 13 deaths and 27 injuries. The cause of the incident is unknown at the time.
So many files. This must be the archive room.
It's all very unusual these days. Many people have come to the site, but they haven't registered with the authorities. I feel like Cooper and his team are rehearsing the script into a play, and that all participants are required to record their daily status. My experiment has to be put on hold because there's no one left to work on it. It's not right. Write an email to the minister and inform them of the malpractice going on here. Who's there?
And that's what we need. And of course, the mannequin's gone now. What about you? You're still here? Yeah. Rotate mouse. I guess we'll stop there. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, look at that perfect rotation right there. It's all in the wrist, baby. I got plenty of practice with my wrists, let me tell you. Tyler Cooper's journal too. At first, most of the on-site personnel were apprehensive about participating in this project. But after distributing some SCP-701 documents to a few volunteers, they became widely circulated. And the number of people coming to sign up suddenly increased. It's rather curious how it happened. And I haven't quite figured out the reason behind it yet. But it's welcome news. I'll take it as a good omen. Now I've managed to mobilize the entire station to participate. Every single person. It's my chance to prove myself. An opportunity like this doesn't come every day.
Dr. Cooper needs so many volunteers. What on earth is this SCP-701? Finally, luck is on my side. This ought to get me to the 7th floor.
Yes, sir. The Han King tragedy sacrificed everything. Rehearsal notice?
Rehearsal notice?
One more.
What the hell is going on here? 4th floor again?
That's the vent we came out of. Oh, come on.
The way out of here might have something to do with these clocks.
Dude, do I follow the dings? I was like, I don't think I've seen any sort of, like, information piece that I've read with, like, times to assign these clocks to, but I guess, you stop at the ding. Sure.
I've never seen such a low value before. The security might be even worse than I thought. Ugh, what is that smell? When was the last time they cleaned this place?
Okay, I'm being pushed back. Okay, I was... Stop it.
That voice again.
Voice. What voice? What voice?
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation.
Tell us what it's saying.
Sacrifice of sin. No.
Bella, are you feeling better now?
Suffocation. Like a rope looped around my neck, pulling tight, weightless, hanging. Nothing around me. Just my feet dangling, struggling, fighting. It will swallow me and make me its slave.
Ella, you are completely safe here. Nothing can hurt you. Okay, let's continue.
The situation there was much worse than expected. Much worse. I knew I had to get in touch with the Foundation. I managed to find a phone, and I called for backup. This is Sparrow, 09868, for Bald Eagle. I'm at Pony Station on the 7th floor. The situation here is much worse than expected. I need backup.
Bella, are you sure this is actually what happened?
What do you mean? Yes, of course I'm sure.
Come on, Bella. Try and focus.
What are you talking about?
Bella, you never made that phone call.
Of course What?
Pony Station was completely cut off. There was no contact with the outside world whatsoever. A phone call? That would have been impossible.
No, but I saw...
What did you see, Bella? Tell us what you saw.
Saw your boy creeping. Oh no.
Bald Eagle never said anything about that.
That was super loud as well, by the way. Just blew my ears off just now. Okay. We got door and we got this. We'll go through here first. Cooper, Journal 3. SCP-701 scripts have been out for a week now, and the participants have had minor rehearsals as described above. But one thing continues to baffle me. They always seem to recite the wrong lines, every single person. It's strange. Almost like it's orchestrated. And when I try to correct them, they become defensive, insisting that they read the correct line. But other than that minor hiccup, everything else went well. I'm very much looking forward to the first full rehearsal in room 705 the day after next. After the full rehearsal, all will bear witness to the potential of SCP-701, and my name will become synonymous with it. Tyler Cooper, the genius behind the experiment who managed to tap its endless potential. This is history in the making.
Play? What is up with this SCP-701 experiment?
Seven, this is an awesome looking scene, by the way. I'm very much impressed so far with the game's environment building. Some of these have been really awesome. Script 4. Gonzalo obtains poison from Ambassador Alagada and plans to hold a banquet to poison the ministers. Later on, Gonzalo is faced to contend with his conscience. In a monologue, he describes his remorse for his crime. But he knows there is nothing he can do about it now. Antonio, Alinda, and the squire escape from the convent, and Antonio promises Alinda that he will exact his revenge and marry her as the new queen. Electricity needed. Incident clipping 2. On April 27 local time, 5 students were involved in a collective yada yada incident at the Cleveland Institute of Arts Drama Club in Ohio. Arts drama. And another faculty member died of stab wounds. The janitor was taken into custody as a suspect in the incident. The statement mentioned that 4 students used the yada yada from the ceiling during rehearsal. This was repeated by the last remaining person after they assaulted the teacher. The teacher died 2 hours later. Following a forensic investigation of the scene, it was determined that the janitor had no clear motive for committing this crime. He's currently undergoing further observation in a psychiatric hospital. Let there be power.
We're evacuating. Damn it. After the show, everyone went crazy. Some hacked themselves. Some killed each other like beasts. That damn evil white monster. This was all destined to happen in the script. Everything that happened here is all Cooper's fault. It's their fault!
Looks like something bad happened here.
The hydropower plant was shut down forever. And no doubt my experiment will also... Let's go. Let's go. Ah!
Redwood incident file. Experiment number, yada yada, project uncategorized, description. This was a multi-subject experiment involving SCP. Yada yada, SCP, SCP. This is part of the scientific research headed by Dr. George Thompson on how reality bending takes place. The experiment lasted 5 days. During the first 3 days, 2 Rorschach tests were performed on SCP and SCP. Level 3 hypnosis was also performed on the 3 Class D personnel affected by SCP. Test subjects quickly showed different degrees of immersion, and on day 4, coincidentally claimed that they were in a primeval forest. Where are you? There you are. With mainly coastal redwood and Caribbean pines. On that day, the Hume's level was reduced to 37. The next day, the scenes described invaded the reality. The experiment ground and the 6 test subjects vanished. The experiment was forced to stop. There are no further reports in this area. Dr. Thompson thinks this is affected by SCP, the reality bender, and can be considered as its creation. No official number yet. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. Good. Where are you going? Oh, that's new. Alright, so you're all crumbling now, huh? You're back up? That guy's back up. They crumble and then they go back up. Script 5. At the banquet, Antonio bursts in and confirms Gonzalo's murderous crime as well as his own lineage. Gonzalo is deposed by an angry group of ministers. Instead of killing Gonzalo, Antonio exiles him to the convent. Antonio then orders his squire to plan his wedding with Alinda. And the play ends with a dance with a group of courtiers. Of course. Happily ever after, huh?
Why does it look like they're all going to the same place?
Room 705. This is it.
The black box.
Ooh. Wait a second. Incomplete script 3. Gonzalo, let us raise our glasses to Ambassador Legata and pay tribute to him. Only the finest wine can commemorate this exciting victory. It was he, the ruthless usurper, who killed our king. This despicable man who plays executioner dares claim his bloody conspiracy as his trophy. Kill him! Let his head be the sacrifice, and for redemption let his blood pour out. I am your king, release me. I can forgive all of your greatest crimes and misdeeds. Kill him! Kill him! The vile traitor is not worthy of the crown! Blood for blood. Sacrifice, my king. Sacrifice to my king.
Before we really know what's behind this containment breach, Pony Station will have to be locked down. That much is for certain.
Oh. Surprised that was it. This is the elevator for the exit, I guess.
Bella, we really need you to tell us the truth here.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth. I completed my task. I retrieved the black box from Pony Station.
Looks like the cognito hazards really did a number on her.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Bella, there was no black box in sight when we found you.
That's impossible. I'm positive. I know I had it in the escape elevator.
And there is no escape elevator in Pony Station. None of what you're saying adds up.
Okay. So is this really not what happened?
What's all this? Where's the black box?
We just read that. The Hang King tragedy, huh?
Fuck! Not again.
Oh no. Open it up! Open something! Oh! Ah! Stuck here? No, I'm good. Open something. I can't reach out to Cooper Turner right now.
SCP-701 is a secret. One performance and now all of Pony Station is ruined. Dr. Cooper, what have you done?
Fucking trip. You see how some of these people are being like forced there too. Or mannequins, I guess.
But where have all those volunteers gone?
Oh, this is very control. Oh.
Holy fuck. I guess this is the ending of their performance. SCP-701. The Hanged King's Tragedy.
Notice that there's one noose there available.
I serve my king. Who's there? With my blood.
Her condition is unstable. I've just injected her with a sedative, but you'll need to let her rest for a while.
Thanks, Doctor. Well, let's go then.
What? We haven't found the black box yet.
You still don't get it, do you?
Get what? What do you mean?
A black box is merely a vehicle for recording the truth. But a black box isn't always a black box.
You mean...
That's right. She is now the black box. Got time for a cold one? Because our work here is done.
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation. Sacrifice of sin.
There you guys have it. That's the end of this demo here. Hope you enjoyed it. As I mentioned, that's what I've been looking for in these SCP games. So when this fully comes out, hopefully this year, we'll probably definitely take a little gander at it and see what other SCPs I decide to add stories to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.